Welcome to PC Gaming Tech Summary. I'm your host Gamer, and today we look at frames per second, FPS, in a few games. Using the 12700K Intel CPU, I've got 8 performance cores, underclocked to 4.6 gigahertz, and the efficient cores are at stock. So they sit at about 3.6 gigahertz, and then they occasionally boost to, say, 3.8. So it's got 8 performance cores and 4 efficient cores. So a similar CPU might be the 13600K and maybe the 14600K. If you wanted to do like a comparison for similar CPUs. Now, the reason why I underclock it is because I render videos and I just like to keep the heat down. You know, it's a waste of money and electricity to just generate heat for no good reason. To get 5 seconds increase, or decrease I should say, in rendering time videos. So all my games run just fine at 4.6. I've only found that like Far Cry 6, if you overclock your CPU, you can get a bit more, a few frames out of it. And that's using, of course, the 3060 12 gigabyte, which is in the NVIDIA graphics card. And that has, my region, that's going to be about half the price of the brand new 7800 XT. But of course, you get a lot more frames with that 7800 XT. It is running just fine in Starfield, so start playing Starfield today, and it's smooth as, very smooth, and no stuttering or crashes or any problems. It's made by Bethesda, which is, they make the Elder Scrolls Online, so it's a similar sort of role-playing game where there's heaps of stuff that you can pick up, lots of rubbish, and basically you can only carry so much stuff, and you can store stuff in places and lockers and whatever. So yeah, but it's good, and I was reaching 40 to 70 frames per second depending on the environment. And beginning of the game, it's mostly rocky environment and in spaceships and things like that. So most of the time I probably hit about 60 frames per second, and that's in the low settings. That's using low settings, the lowest settings. Perhaps when I go into the environment where there's trees and foliage and things like that, then I'll increase to medium or high and experiment with the foliage and grass and things like that, because I understand that that's really the place in the game where you really notice a difference. But so far at the lowest settings, it looks really good. No complaints about how it looks, and it runs smooth with my gear. So I hope you find that helpful. Now I've thrown in about 8 games, other games, with the current NVIDIA drivers, and we're at the beginning of September 2023. So, hope you enjoy the video, and sit right back, have a cup of coffee, and we'll get into it.
We don't have a problem with Barrett. We want that ship, the Frontier. If you're the captain of it now, that means we're after you. Oh, this'll be fun.
Captain, for trying to kill me.
Lola, at your service. Oh, a special customer.
Well, yeah, if you'd like to see some more videos on this sort of thing and artificial intelligence and the Matrix, I've done a few videos on that. It's quite interesting. All you have to do is subscribe and you'll get notified when those videos are ready. And, you know, keep the comments coming. You know, any ideas for questions for the NPCs? These artificial intelligent videos are fun to make. For me, they're a bit time consuming because I want to make them entertaining and funny and interesting. So you got to do a lot of, put a lot of time into asking questions to get some good answers sometimes, but it's all part of it. It's all fun. So thanks for joining us here on PC Gaming Tech Summary. And don't forget, you'll be seeing me in the next video.